Good afternoon and welcome along to Hertfordshire's Mix 92.6. It is a return to league action for the Saints this afternoon, and they find themselves down in the suburb of Whitehawk in Brighton to face Whitehawk FC. And the Hawks are sitting in 9th position in the league with 10 points coming from their 6 games, 3 wins and a draw. But in their last game they did lose 4-1 to high-flying Folkestone. The Saints, on the other hand, are in a buoyant mood, and thanks to Jasper Mather and his injury time winner in the FA Cup last week away at Hitchin. Just plays the ball across to that right hand side, and the Saints look just to build things up, and now the ball is pumped forward again, but there's Boswick getting his head on it, and it's knocked back down by Rob O'Toole. He finds Alfie Rogers, who twists, turns in the area, flicks into the far post. A little bit of a concern, a little bit of a worry there, because Saints seem to be ball watching. There were players not marked, but they survive as Leo Seri hoofs it away, and Harrison Smith, just sniffing on bits, finds himself in a goal scoring opportunity, pulls the trigger and just knocks it over the bar. End to end, Neil. I'm just looking at the scaffolding behind that goal. Does it actually have a roof on it on that far side of it? It looks like, I don't know if it's the angle that we're able to see it, but it looks like the scaffold. There are some people who are underneath it. So
someone's got a bag on their head, which suggests to me no roof.
Yeah, indeed. And the corner comes in, and the header goes up there, and Magnus Normans kind of juggles it on the line. The notorious Alfie Roberts was in his way. The ball bounced down. And this time Lewis Page is trying to make all the use he can. Is those 3 short little steps, sort of puts it in towards Riley Scott. Riley Scott misses it. Alex Dyer keeps it in. Here comes the Zane Banton on the end. Jack James being pressured, goes down a little bit too easily, and now it's an opportunity for Charlie Lambert just to break down this left hand side. He's carried the ball about 40 yards, 50 yards. He's got support from Stephen Wright. Leo Seri's gone with him, but they've kept the ball alive. It comes back now to Lambert. Lambert puts it in, but St Albans managed to get something on it, and again the ball drops to Joel Daly, but St Albans blocking it again, and now Briggs gets an opportunity to put it in, and the first goal goes in. Alfie Rogers from Andrew Briggs's cross. Rogers found a little bit of space and just slots it into the corner. Probably not the person that we wanted to open the scoring.
Yeah, and I have to say, something I really noticed there is I hadn't really seen this throughout the game. He's not running the ball. Charlie Lambert is quick. So always going to have to really watch that. Like, he carried the ball 70 odd yards there. Nobody could catch him.
From Briggs as he whips the ball into the far post there, and Boswick doing brilliantly, actually, just getting himself in the way, and he's going to be called into action again, and he does get his head on it again. It just drops down as Leo Seri misses his kick, but he still has the ball as he races towards the corner flag, and just gets the ball up the line to Riley Scott. Riley Scott just skips inside and just moves it to Zane Banton. It does look to me as the St Albans have got an opportunity here with Troy Perez-Dua just coming into the right hand side of the area. A little bit more tempo from St Albans, and he shoots, and it just goes past the far a few moments ago, but he went down holding his head, then got up straight away. And here comes Jack James. They try to sort of rugby tackle him, but he keeps going, and the ball comes into Banton, and now Riley Scott, a good pass into Perez-Dua. Perez-Dua into the area, shoots, but he's closed down on the shot, just bounces over to this left hand side, but he's able to pick up the scraps of it, gives it to Riley Scott. It's St Albans at the moment. Riley Scott shoots, and Shatnell in the goal just goes to his left hand side and just pushes it away, but St Albans still have the ball. A little bit of continued pressure here from the Saints, but it has meant more and more red shirts have got behind the ball as Perez-Dua and the inside channel plays a little pass into Banton. The pass over to Leo Seri. He uses his body weight well. Here comes Jack James. It's still going. Jack James unable to get his shot in, and then the ball goes for a corner. But they appeal for handball, but really it's just rolled up the back of Lewis Page there. But St Albans immediately get going and try and pass the ball away, and it comes over to this left hand side, and it is Troy Perez-Dua just comes into the penalty area, flicks it across, but Harrison Smith unable to get there. Troy Perez-Dua, who is like a little terrier,
great feet,
wins the ball back, but some red shirts get themselves behind the ball. Boreham Wood 2 up at Boston United this afternoon in the National League. All our our local teams. We'll keep you up to date with the score lines of those games as they come in. The ball flicked in. Riley Scott looks for the header. Comes to Leo Seri. Great save from the keeper. But it would have been to no avail anyway, as the referee gives a free kick. Jamal Fairfield picks it up, cuts it inside to Alex Dyer. Alex Dyer plays the ball back to Jack James. The ball at the moment is just on the halfway line for St Albans. Now it goes forward from Jamal Fairfield. The keeper comes though, and it was floated in. It was one of those floaty crosses, and he had a long time to see it, a clear run to see it. Easy for him to catch, and he just kicks long down the field. I think they've just got to play forward. I mean, I've heard coaches talk about this. Play forward, and that's what they do now. Leo Seri has the ball, comes into the area, cuts inside, goes down. That's not going to be a penalty. Not going to be a penalty. He tells Leo Seri to get up and calls some. If you're a defender, that's easy. This time the ball comes in and it rises and it bounces down. The ball goes in,
done.
And St Albans have scored in the second week running. It's Jasper Mather in the dying embers. St Albans have clung onto this game and have managed to get a point, as Saints fans who have been cheering their side throughout this second half come running onto the pitch, and Jasper Mather looks like he's rescued a point for St Albans. Their big away day that they've got going up today. But St Albans, can they get a winner now? That would be, I sort of feel that would be robbery, as Riley Scott helps it on. It comes to Leo Seri, who's over on that far side, running things down. And now the ball skips across. It comes to the edge. It bobbles in the area. Riley Scott goes for a bicycle kick. Comes to Alex Moore. Comes back to Mather. Sippett's turn. Shoots. They appeal for a penalty. The referee says no. And now Whitehawk clear the ball away. And the final whistle goes. The final whistle goes. And, has it? Yes, the final whistle has gone. I wasn't sure if it was a free kick there, as the referee sort of is surrounded by players there, and it finishes Whitehawk 1, St Albans 1.